Hello there, today I'll be speaking about covered calls. A disclaimer before the video, this is only for educational purposes. I am not a financial advisor and you should take trades on your own risk and knowledge. So, if you're expecting market to go above or sideways, this strategy gives you a good return, and even though the market goes down, the loss is still reduced. You must own an asset either in the form of shares equivalent to one lot or one future long. If the market remains sideways, you will get the total premium of the sold call and underlying asset remains the same with a slight change. So it works like a monthly income. If the market goes up, the underlying asset will increase significantly up to 1 delta, but you will lose the money in the sold call, which will be still less than the profit in the underlying asset. And if the market goes down, you will have significant loss in the main asset and you'll have profit from the call. So the loss will still be reduced. This is my favorite part of the video, which is the methodology. The ideal covered call should be buy one asset either in the form of cash or future and sell one at the money or little out of the money call. If you're getting 10% of increase in underlying asset, which is your stock, or 5% in underlying indices, then exit both positions and book profit. If the delta of the sold call is more than 0.8, square off both positions and book profit. And even if you forget the two things and the position remains the same till the expiry, you can close the position at the expiry. Our aim is to capture the maximum extrinsic value of the option sold. If the moment occurs in early phase of the trade, you may experience psychological setback as there is a significant loss in the call without a gain in the extrinsic value. But keep in mind that this is not an actual loss and the trade is still profitable in the long run. If the market remains sideways or nothing of the above happens, then you close the call at expiry and sell the call at the same price, irrespective of whether it is out of the money, at the money, or in the money, and again wait for the above conditions. In case of future, you can roll over that too. If the market falls, then see the call value of the shorted call. If the premium is more than 1%, then you continue to short that call. That will confirm at least 12% on your investment on the main asset. If you're getting less than or equal to your investment in the form of premium, then either you'll have to remain as an investor till you get a good price, or you can pledge those shares to get margin, which is out of this video scope for now. Suppose you have an investment of a few lakhs in mutual funds of a large cap, mid cap, or an index fund. Then you can sell equivalent lots of call 10 to 20% above the current market price. It is quite unlikely that the market will move violently in the upward direction, so mostly you'll be booking profit from your calls which will expire worthless, out of the money. And whenever it moves violently upwards, then you book a loss and use another method. So here you can earn from your present investments. Some of us will sell the call out of the money like variation 1 with a future or underlying asset, and if the price reaches to the level, then you can close that call and again sell 2 calls equivalent to that premium. And if the price remains below the 2 sold calls, you will lose nothing and end up with a huge profit instead. This is to be done when you're expecting a very strong bullish moment, but the drawback is that now you need more margin money and you need to square off both positions when the price reaches at the 2 sold call level. If both calls go in the money, then the loss in the call will be more than the profit in the underlying asset because the delta will go above 1, and it will further increase when it goes in the money. You can tackle this situation by selling 4 calls equivalent to the premium of the lost 2 calls. The safest situation will be if you have an underlying asset in the form of cash, but the problem is that you'll have leverage equal to 1. But the advantage being that if you're unable to keep a regular watch, you can decide what next at the expiry. Meanwhile, if some accidents happen, even if you forget your account password, nothing else happens because the broker will square off your position, including the risk of physical delivery. I usually prefer buying future because you can increase your leverage with the same amount, but extreme care is to be taken not to increase your leverage more than 2. Another advantage of future is that you can use margin from pledged assets. So your underlying asset will give you return. On top of that, you'll get income from your strategy, and if you leverage your position, it can give you double returns. You'll have to keep some cash ready for M2M loss because future P&L will be adjusted from cash only. You'll have to spend more on brokerage, significantly less than your profit. You can use synthetic future if you don't want M2M loss, which is buy one at the money call and sell one at the money put. If future is trading with significant premium, that can give you additional monthly loss. But if it is trading at discount, it can give you profit. But if you consider the leverage, losses from the premium of the future and the running cost, which is your brokerage and your taxes, it will be significantly lower as compared to your profit. And while trading in F&O, we always need to consider the liquidity of options in good stocks of large cap companies only. And just in case you guys don't want downside risk at all, you'll have to wait for my next video. Bye till then.